crazy crab in the house, and a survey says political beliefs may explain why fans don't like The Last Jedi. So finally, we found out what's wrong with the film, and it's nothing to do with the fact that they destroyed all the beloved characters of the past, and they brought in all these new characters that they didn't develop at all, and they made unlikable new characters intentionally just to trick us, and then they killed off Luke Skywalker without him showing up in person so we could actually see the guy, and they didn't put a lightsaber fight at all in the movie, and it was just a piece of crap trash movie with a horrible plot, if you call it that. That is not the problem, ladies and gentlemen. No. The problem is our political beliefs. Even though, as I'm going to talk about, even though we're not all exactly alike when it comes to our political beliefs, I'm quite sure. I'm quite sure. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute because my own personal political beliefs are not exactly far-right, conservative, hardcore Republican beliefs all the way through. That's for damn sure. In fact, if I go take an online quiz, which I have taken them, those quizzes that tell you what political party you're supposed to align with, they tell me I'm far left. Or at least I'm left. Maybe not far, far left, but I'm a Democrat, according to them. And there are definitely a lot of issues that I do lean towards that side. I am, as you'd call, liberal as far as some of that stuff goes. Does that matter to me? Who cares? Who cares? And all I care about is the movie sucks. All I care about is these SJWs are off their freaking rocker. They're talking about the hurricanes were caused by Trump. Are you kidding me? These people call anyone racist and sexist because they don't like this piece of crap movie. The movie is horrible. Nothing to do with political beliefs. I guarantee the majority of Star Wars fans, hardcore fans, hate this movie or are very much dislike this movie. That's why it's so divisive, because Star Wars fans are the ones who are insulted by this piece of crap movie. And Star Wars fans are all over the place politically. You know, Star Wars fans didn't become Star Wars fans because they're Republican or because they're Democrat. Anything to do with that. You know, if you start talking about certain issues, you start talking about gay marriage, you start getting into that stuff, you know, you're going to find me more leaning left, because I believe two consenting adults want to get married. I think they should be able to get married and have all the rights and privileges that come with that. That's just my belief. People are going to disagree with that, but that's definitely a left belief. So apparently I'm supposed to enjoy The Last Jedi because of my political belief as far as that goes is left. So why didn't I like The Last Jedi? Should I like it a little bit because I'm for gay marriage? Now I should like Last Jedi a little bit more, right? Oh, but some of my other political beliefs, you know, I'm not a fan of abortion. I don't like that. Now we can get deep into that. I'm not saying I'm far right, like outlaw, ban, no matter what. I'm not going to go to the extreme on it, but I definitely don't think that people should just be able to have abortions whenever they feel like it, because I care about that life as well. That life that's inside of the woman is important to me, because that is a life. I believe that it's important to give that person a chance to survive. So what's up? So I guess that means I should like The Last Jedi a little less now. So now my like, so it was at a, so we'll start at a C. Let's see, I'm for gay marriage. So now I'm giving The Last Jedi a B. But I'm not a fan of abortion, so we're going to go back down to a C now. Any other issues? Do we need to talk about gun control? We need to talk about some other issues so we can find out exactly how much I like The Last Jedi. Am I a Trump supporter? No, I'm not exactly a Trump supporter, but I do support the President of the United States. I wouldn't call myself a hardcore Trump supporter. I definitely don't go around with the MAGA hats on. But Trump was elected. Seems to have done an okay job so far, if I'm being honest. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not going to act like I know all about that, but I will say that right now in this age of these hardcore SJWs and these far left nut jobs, this craziness, I think it's nice to have a president who's kind of the opposite of PC and kind of maybe counterbalances that a little bit. So I guess you could call me, I'm kind of warmed up to him a little bit. I know that's going to piss people off, but you know, I guess that means I like The Last Jedi a little less. So now we're down to a C minus. Any other political opinions we need to talk about? No, it's stupid. Has nothing to do with the political beliefs. You get my drift when I'm going here? Has nothing to do with that. The movie sucked, ladies and gentlemen. The movie sucked. Star Wars fans know it. We watched it and we saw that it was a piece of shit. Now, according to a survey conducted by social scientist Mark H. White II, there may now be tangible proof after he found that Star Wars fans that tend to have sexist and conservative beliefs and a negative attitude towards political correctness also tend to dislike Star Wars The Last Jedi. What a bunch of bullcrap. How are you determining that somebody's sexist? Are you going up to him and asking them straight up, excuse me, sir, did you dislike Star Wars The Last Jedi? Oh, yes, I did. And are you sexist? Absolutely I am. I hate women. Beautiful. Thank you so much. No, nobody's saying that because very few people are actually sexist. Very few people dislike women because of their gender and think that they are somehow less than men, or there are plenty of people who think men are less than women these days. That seems to be very common. But look, most people appreciate people. Most people appreciate good characters. We don't care if they're female or male. And that's why Sarah Connor from Terminator, and that's why Wonder Woman, and that's why we love all these characters, because they're good characters. Doesn't matter what their gender, doesn't matter what their race is. These people don't understand that. But this is such a bullshit freaking survey. What a bunch of crap. Get out of here with that. Do I sound like I'm a hardcore conservative? And I hated The Last Jedi. I hated it. Do I have a negative attitude towards political correctness? Sure, who doesn't? Okay, I mean, why do we have to be political correct about it? Why can't we just say how it is? What's wrong with truth? What's wrong with just being honest about things? Okay, I mean, there's a certain point, yeah, you have to be proper and be politically correct and certain, just can't say whatever you want, whenever you want, wherever you want, of course. But this stuff that we're pushing in these movies and stuff, trying to, you're putting plot, you're putting story, you're putting all that on the back burner so you can push your political beliefs. Of course I don't like that. Who likes that? Who wants that in movies other than people who don't watch movies? And I don't get why these studios don't understand that. They got to get it someday. They got to get it. When they lose enough money, they'll get it. But man, these people who run these studios are absolute idiots, man. I don't know what's going on. But again, here, the previous phase of his research found that there are 3 types of main Star Wars fans: prequels, skeptics, fans of the original and sequel trilogies, but not the prequels. So that's not me, because I'm not a fan of the sequel trilogy. Saga lovers who rate the entire franchise favorably. Yeah, that's not me either. The Last Jedi disowners who dislike Star Wars The Last Jedi. Well, those 3, booyah, there I am. That's definitely me. That's because it's the worst movie in the franchise. That's because the movie sucked. This movie was garbage in almost every conceivable way. Oh, okay, so he asked the respondents a series of targeted questions that determined whether they demonstrated hostile sexism and benevolent sexism. This dude is off his rocker. He found that Last Jedi disowners express more sexist beliefs than prequel skeptics and saga lovers. Get the freak out of here. Oh my gosh. I wonder what questions he asked. The Last Jedi disowners also reported more conservative politics and anti-PC sentiments than prequel skeptics and saga lovers. This is such bullshit, man. It pisses me off just reading it. Look, man, bottom line is I'm definitely not hardcore conservative. My politics are all over the place. And they keep bringing up this sexist term. It's such bullshit, man. It is so bad, man. And they talk about, we also discovered the more sexist and anti-PC a Star Wars fan is, the less likely they are to like the characters Admiral Holdo. Why would you like Admiral Holdo when she was purposely made to be unlikable? Rian Johnson made her to be unlikable so he can shock us. She was made to act like she didn't know what she was doing. She was rude, and she was not likable. She was very rude to Poe, a character who we already knew and liked from the previous movie. Okay? She acted like she didn't know what she was talking about. Nobody liked her. Nobody liked her. And then she goes on this big mission to sacrifice herself, and Akbar just gets completely blown away without so much as a goodbye. And we're supposed to like her. We're supposed to like her. Rey was somewhat likable in The Force Awakens. She didn't get any development. She was not done well in The Last Jedi. She gets all these powers. She's able to lift rocks. She got no training at all. You just killed off Luke Skywalker and made him out to be just an old man who was a complete jerk. We're supposed to love Rey now? Okay? And Rose Tico, what was her thing? Tag along with Finn? And then almost ruin and destroy the whole mission at the end by crashing into him when he's going to sacrifice himself and give that cringeworthy line, and we're supposed to like her? What about these characters we're supposed to love so much? Are you kidding me? And why do we love Princess Leia if we're so sexist? Answer that. Ask one of these sexist Star Wars fans if they like Princess Leia. Every one of them will say, absolutely, I love her. Ask one of these sexist Star Wars fans, what do they think of some of these old characters that I mentioned earlier from other movies? And if they've seen those movies, they're going to love those characters because they were well done characters. Simple as that. These are not. Stop it with the excuses. Just stop it. So that's all I got. And I just want to say thank you for checking out this video. Thank you very much for checking out this video. And I apologize if some of my political beliefs don't align with yours. It doesn't really matter. We all have different beliefs, and that's fine. I had to get into some of it just to demonstrate the fact that whether you like this movie or not has nothing to do, for the vast majority, 99.9% of people, if not 100, has nothing to do with their political beliefs. The movie is garbage. Like I said, I'm not a hardcore Republican. I'm not a far right. I'm not there at all. In fact, I'm probably more Democrat, but that's absolutely embarrassing to admit based on the way these SJWs and far left people act, because they're off their freaking rockers. So just wanted to throw that out there. Hope you all understand. The movie sucks. At least we're all on the same page there. I hope so. If you like The Last Jedi, you're probably on the wrong channel. Y'all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time.